Hey guys, Roseann White here. Happy Wednesday. It's time for a workout with Roseann, and I'm here with my Rumblex Pro 4D platform to take you on part two of our Pilates on the platform workout. So welcome. I'm going to hang out for a few minutes while our audience populates and sip some water. I have my headset on today, or my AirPods. So as you guys start joining me, let me know that you can hear me. Let me get the chat going on here. Welcome, everybody. Let me know that you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up or whatever. Just type, yeah, I can hear you in the chat. So I know that you are hearing the audio. We are having roofers roof today for the last, yesterday and today. And it's been very, very loud. And fortunately, my clients have been very cool about it. But I didn't know if, oh, good, you can hear me. Thank you. I was a little worried about that because when they start pounding, it gets crazy. So, yep, have some water handy. If you be sure that you're always hydrated before you work out. And today we're going to go part of our Pilates on the platform workout. So I hope that you had a chance to review last week's video. If not, I'll put it in the chat after and you can check it out. It's already posted on YouTube. It takes a couple days after a live for the back office folks to post us. So just give yourself a couple days and then it's there. That way you don't have to scroll through your feeds on either your VIP or the Life Pro business page. It's on YouTube. And anytime you're looking for Debbie or Amber or myself, follow us on Life Pro YouTube. You'll get notifications that it's posted, or just type in Pilates Roseann Life Pro. You should be able to find it. So welcome, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed the last session. I am going back to some basics on Pilates. I was watching the recording of Amber's pelvic floor and core and hips live, and it was great. We speak the same language, but we do, and it's all anatomy and it all works the same way. We just, because she's got a physical therapy background and mine is Pilates and fitness, we just have a little bit different cueing, and that's good because I have found, and maybe you have found too, that you'll hear things a million times, and then someone says it differently. You're like, oh, I never knew that, or I get it, and that happens all the time. So I try to use a lot of different visuals or cues. And if something's not clear, let me know. Hit me up later on, private message me if you're not sure if something's working for your body, because Pilates is a very precise, controlled type of exercise. Back before it was actually termed the word Pilates, Joseph Pilates, who it's named after, called this method the method contrology, because it was all about control. And there are so many benefits of doing this work, whether you're seated on a chair, standing on the floor or on the platform, or sitting on the platform or laying down, or using the reformer, the Cadillac, the stability chair. There's so many ways you can do Pilates. I practice Pilates in the weight room because, just to give you I'll spend a few minutes talking while people are populating. I want you to understand Pilates. It is about, because people go, what is pilates? A lot of people call it pilates. Pilates is a method of moving with precision and control. There's precision, meaning things are precise. Form is very important for results. So you'll see sometimes I do 3 reps or 5 reps, and you may think, wait, I didn't get it. It's okay. Hit the pause on the recording, and then realign and do those few. Our goal as a Pilates practitioner teacher is to get you to get to the point of you've got it on, because we want to always kind of challenge the body, because it's how you move in life, right? We're just not like tin soldiers here. We're always moving in different directions. So I love the quote Joe Pilates has. They post a lot on different memes and things. You're only as young as your spine is flexible. So you can have flexibility in your spine in a seated position, standing, laying down, all that. And I use the mini stability ball often. And I'm also today going to use a resistance band. So this is not about how heavy should it be. It is about something that will stabilize you so that you feel the principles of shoulder stability and mobility. So let me quickly talk principles. Head and neck placement. Right now, while you're listening to me, take your two peace fingers, put them behind the back of your head, bring your elbows forward, and just pull your chin in. It may feel like you've got a double chin, but if you put a fist under your chin, your thumb by the collar notch bones and your pinky finger there, you want to be about a fist distance. There should be that space, and that's where your head should really be. Sadly, if we're looking at all our electronic devices and life in general, we tend to be here. So that affects abdominal strength, back tightness, weakness, all the way down the food chain to the feet. So head and neck placement, shoulder placement, which I spoke about last week, and we'll do some warm-ups on that. Shoulder retraction or depression, protraction, rounded, retraction, shoulder blades are flat. So you want shoulder placement so you have shoulder mobility. Then that we're going to rib cage placement, rib cage placement. So you want to feel this connection that your ribs are not popping or you're not too sunken in. There is movement in the spine to get the abdominals to tone. That's why I'm going to use the band a little bit today so we can talk about breathing into the diaphragm, the side body, the back of the lungs, rather than just belly breathing. That's yoga type breathing for many of, and I also teach therapeutic yoga. So you'll hear me talk about belly breathing up to the chest, all kinds of ujjayi breathing, but this is a different type of breathing. It's diaphragmatic. So right now, while I'm chatting, practice that. Put your heel of your hands against your side walls of your ribs, and then fingers rest, and you can breathe. Expand. And there's a swishing or sound that we as teachers want to hear so we know you're breathing. I always, even my clients I've worked with for years, I'm like, don't forget to breathe, because we start thinking and we forget about breathing. So breathe in through nose, out through a pursed sound. And don't worry if it sounds kind of funny. After a while, you get over that. Get over the sound, get the feeling. And then there's hip placement, pelvic placement, I should say. So a lot of us, if you're sitting, a lot of us tend to dump. And although we cue to press belly button back to spine, I want you to think more, and I'm going to put my ball down. I want you to think more about if you take your peace fingers on your hip bones, find those bones, we all got them, and you slide in and cough, you're going to feel those muscles. Those are deep transverse abdominis. We call them the TA for short. We want to imprint, pull belly button in and up rather than just dump into the lumbar. Okay, because otherwise my abs are pooching out. Okay, so I got pooched out abs, rounded shoulders, heads forward. I'm not really in a C curve like a Pilates practitioner would be. A C curve, I'm tucking the chin, I'm pulling the ribs in, and I'm imprinting pelvis to that. But again, I just want to talk about that. So pelvic placement, imprinted pelvis, I'm not rounding so much, I'm pulling in, so that cough, I've imprinted, or I'm in neutral pelvis. And if you're on a seat right now, get on kind of the edge of your seat so you can feel those two kind of sharp bones. Doesn't matter how much, and I say this with love, treasures in the trunk, right? I want you to feel that you can roll on the front of the sitting bones and the back of the sitting bones. So although we do a lot of things like hip rolls and tucks and things like that, this is the subtlety of it, that you imprint by feeling the tuck. And that's why I like the stability ball, to have a gentle squeeze to feel that imprint and then release. Not to let the belly blow out, but just to get on the front of the sitting bones. The chair, and this is about a 2-foot chair for me. My knees are a little lower than my hips, so I'm not in my hip flexors totally. That's what I like in terms of chair height. And someone asked me where I got my chair from. Amazon. It's about 2 foot, pretty portable, pretty light. It doesn't have hands on it, unfortunately, but you can hold on to the sides. So those are the Pilates principles. I hope that's helpful. And listen to them again and again because it takes a long time to get this ingrained. So, oops, let my ball go. Let me know where you're joining in from, what platform you have. I see a bunch of people on here. Thank you so much for joining today. Today's the last day of the big giveaway. So I'll put the link in here after the live, and make sure that you've clicked on and registered and did all the things you had to do, because they're giving away a bunch of stuff at Life Pro. We want you to have an opportunity to get it. So let's see. I've talked for about 10 minutes. I think that's enough. Let's go on to our workout. So the first segment, it's going to be about 10 minutes. With all full disclosure, this might be a little bit longer, okay? But I've got 11 exercises. So before we start the platform, we're going to breathe and do our tilts just to make sure we're warmed up. And then we're going to go into the hundreds, chest expansion. I'm going to give you a whole list, which I'll post afterward. Like everything, guys, ladies, hit the pause button on the recorded video, kind of get the feel of something, move on. If, for example, something's really not making sense, just kind of, if you have an opportunity to have a mirror by you so you can see your posture, it's going to be really helpful, because what you think, what you feel, and what it looks like may be three different things. And I find that all the time with my clients. I mean, I'm always having them touch their parts of their body so they feel things, look at alignment. I mean, it's all getting connected here. Okay, so let's go ahead. You're going to start. You can put that band right on your thighs for now. It's just going to rest there. And we're going to put the ball. I like to go not between the knees so much, but kind of by the groin, like you're birthing the ball, okay? We're going to sit up nice and tall. So I'm not going to start my platform yet. I'm on the Rumplex Pro 4D, so there's a little bit of curve to it. Okay, so know that. Whatever platform you got going on is great. Higher speeds, you're going to have obviously more energy. Lower speeds, more instability. You pick your poison on that. I'm going to go probably on a P3 today. I think I've been playing with that. I'm liking that for what's going on. So you can go programmed if you want, or whatever your platform does. So sit tall. Let's align. Okay, let's think. Where is your head? Ears over shoulders. Check it out. Shoulder blades are dropped. We're going to breathe into the rib cage. Inhale, exhale. Do that again. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Now, we're going to add on to that, and we're going to do our tilt. Take a breath in. Exhale, squeeze gently and imprint pelvis and release. Exhale, feel, put your fingertips by your hip bones and pull in and release. The breath draws navel in. Even put your fingers 3 inches below your navel and pull in. Keeping the chest lifted. I'm just working pelvis. It's not a big move, guys. It's a little squeeze of that ball and release. I want you to have movement in your hip joints. Amber talked a lot about it. She did a great job. Obviously, she knows her stuff, right? And that's why she's the leader of our pack. And last time. Now, from here, we're going to go into the work. So let's go ahead and put on your platform. And as I said, I'm 3 on this. 2, and start. So I'm in a neutral, ears, shoulders over hips, and I'm going to go into what we call the hundreds. So you're going to go ahead and put the band around your shins. If you don't have a band, a rope or towel, and we're going to stretch the fingers long to the sides. Take a breath in, and we're going to pump the arms back with 5 exhale breaths. I know it sounds kind of weird, but you can either do the staccato breath or you can do the slow breath. But every time you exhale, squeeze that ball. Inhale, release it. Exhale, squeeze. The cue a lot of teachers say is like you're putting out a fire, but the work's coming from under the armpits. And my spine is long, my chin is tucked. We've got about 3 more sets. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. and relax. So we just kind of put some oxygen through the body and warmed up our scapular muscles. From here, chest expansion. So I'm going to stay in a neutral pelvis to start. I'm going to take a breath in. Now I'm going to let that band pull to my hips. Okay, from here, on an exhale, pull back a little bit more. Look to your right, tuck your chin. Breathe into the center, look to your left. Breathe into center, release. Take a big breath in, draw the chin in. Exhale, press back past your hips. Look to the left. Inhale to center. Look to the right. Chin kind of down. Inhale, center, release. We're going to do it 2 more times. Breath in prepares you. Through the ribs. Exhale, squeeze that ball. Neutral pelvis. Pull back. Fingertips long. Look to the right. Exhale your air. Inhale, center. Exhale, look left. Inhale, release. 1 more time. Take a breath in. Exhale, press the arms back. Look to the left. Inhale, center. Look to the right. Inhale, center, release. Check to the feet are pressing down. So I'm anchored in neutral pelvis. From here, I'm going to go in and add a knee lift to this. So I'm just going to show you this. I'm getting rid of my ball. I don't need it now. I'm pushing the band. I'm going to go ahead and push the band down, and it's kind of like a chest expansion in a way. I'm pushing down. I'm lifting one knee. Release. Exhale. Press the other knee. So our fingertips are down to the side. I'm pushing into the platform legs. I lift the knee. I want to feel transverse abdominis muscles. And if you're not sure, don't use the band. Feel when you pick up the knee. It's not only hip flexor, it's right where those hip points sink down into the abdominals, the coughing muscles. Let's go for 2 more. You don't have to have the band. You can have your arms straight or fingertips at your hips. And last one. And release. Let's go ahead and just let your head relax for a second. Pull belly in. Now we're rounded. And then stack the spine tall. Now from here, I'm going to add a bicycle move. So you're going to take your band, a little different now. I'm going to take the band and I want it wide, okay? So I'm going to kind of press out. I'm going to C curve. Now here's my C curve. Pull your navel in. I'm press my rack into the band. I'm going to lift my left knee up, stretch out, pull it in for 5, 4. Little imprint of the pelvis. 3, 2, and 1. You're going to reverse it. Slide the leg out. It doesn't have to be a big lift. Whatever you think, you're bicycling your leg. 4. Exhale as you pull in. Inhale. 3. And sit tall. Relax. Take a breath in to prepare. Other option here for bicycle. You can press down on the band as the knee comes up and stretch. And press into the band as the knee lifts. Exhale, stretch. 2 more. You're just reaching away. 1 more time. I'm C curving. I'm sweeping, pulling in and around. 5, 4, whatever works for you. I kind of like the band here. 3, oops, I reversed it. 2, and 1, and restack. So I've got that imprinted condition of sinking my ribs, sinking into my pelvis. From here, I'm going to go and sit up nice and tall. We're going to do something called the offering. So I want to start with my palms facing up, right over, kind of bra strap area, ladies. Okay, guys, you know where that's at. Okay, palms up. Take a breath in. Slight imprint. So pull lower belly in slightly. Push out and back. Exhale, you're sweeping. Inhale into that band. 2 more. And 1 more. The next time you push out, you hold it. You're going to open the arms and close. So I'm just opening and closing. I'm hugging a tree. I want to feel like I'm letting my fingertips almost touch. I'm going to show you from the front. It looks like this. Feel those ribs come in. 2. This time you're going to hold it in. And now we're going to lift the arms. Exhale. Press into the band as you breathe out. For 3, 2. So now my ribs are imprinted as much as my pelvis. And 1. and relax. Okay, so you can do that on high half toe too. Okay, so we can hug a tree now. Again, in high half toe and lower and lift. That's an option there. If you want to go a little bit wider and feel a little bit more hip movement, I just want to give you that option. Okay. And now from here, we're going to go into what we call a clamshell, a little different than I've done before. You can also, again, keep the band kind of pressing back here. I want you to think about your stepping out. Now, I know in many cases you've seen us demo with the resistance band around the ankle or the knee, but I want you to open and close. So if you'd like to, you can take that band kind of around your hips, put your hands on your hips and feel knee out. And I'm pushing into my platform leg for stability. My hands are in my hips so my knee can come out. Now, let your foot rest on the platform, so you're in that wide clamshell on the side, and you're going to press out, out, out. I'm pushing the foot and the knee. 5, 4, 3. Use the breath. 2 and 1. Come back in now. The other side. Take a big breath in. Imprint pelvis. Sit tall. Exhale. Inhale. Slide that foot right under the knee. Your platform foot stays still. Your hips stay pointed like deer in the headlights, shoulders forward. And you're going to press out. 2 more. My platform's has shut off already, so that's the 10 minutes. 1 more. You're going to hold it there, little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Come on back down, guys. Start your platform. I'm going to go on my P2 Pro. So I know that was more than 10 minutes, so sorry about that, but I've just got a few more things to do. Now, rotation. I did in the first part 1, I did flexion, I did a bunch of other stuff. This is a little different. Arms out straight, okay? Airplane arms. You're going to keep that ball between your legs if you need a little bit of remembering of imprint pelvis. I'm not rounded. I'm sitting quite tall, and we're going to rotate right, center, left, center. So I want to keep pushing my arms out. My knees don't move. My hips don't move. When you come back, inhale, press into the feet to get tall. Exhale. I'm going to add on to this in a minute because I always love to add on. Now, a little different. I'm going to come in. I'm going to hold the band like this, elbows wide. I'm going to rotate. I'm going to pull for 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. My thumbs are right in my armpits. Rotate. I'm going to pull the left elbow and center and rotate. Pull, elbow, back, center, rotate, and arm pull. 3, 2, 1, center. You're going to feel the shoulder blade hug in. 3, 2, 1, and last time. And release. Roll your shoulders out. So we've done a little bit of hip external rotation, a little bit of upper body rotation. We're going to go into a hip flexor stretch with mermaid. So I'm going to take 1 foot off. I'm adjusting my pelvis so my knee is right underneath. There's my hip flexor stretch. I'll show you from the side on this first one, and then I'll do front facing on the other side. Oh, let me just do it on this side. I should just do it here. Okay. So we're going to be facing your platform. Okay. We're going to go ahead and over to the side, hand behind the head. You're stretching through that hip. Okay. And then come back and side bend the other way. Okay. Inhale. Arms could go wide. Hand behind the head. Exhale. Come back to center. Inhale and exhale. Slide down. Push down into the platform. Anchor that hip. That's where we're working on. 1 more time. Big breath in. Hand behind the head. You can put the hand on the belly to pull that and stretch. Come back, re-step, and then come up, reach up, push down on the platform, anchor the sits bone on the chair and counter it. Other side. Okay? So I'm bringing my hips off. Put your hands on your hips, square it out. Good hip flexor stretch. Open up the arms. You should see your thumbs in your peripheral vision. Push down on the platform leg. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, side bend and reach. eyes stay forward. You're not looking down. Inhale to center. Press down on the platform foot and up and over. You can bend your elbow. That's fine. And get that length in your rib cage. Take a breath in. Shoulders are relaxed. Exhale. Hand behind the head. Push your knee to the floor. Elbow to the sky. Abdominals in. Inhale, center. And exhale. Press your heel and your seat into the chair. One more time. Oh, don't they? Take a big breath in and side bend. Check in with the navel that you didn't push it out. Come back to center. Drop shoulders and get your length from armpit to hip. Find that space and release. Okay, let's come on off for a second. You can go, you're not going to stand on your chair. You're literally going to stand in front of it, bend the knees, hands on, walk away. Downward facing dog. Now, if it's comfortable for you, you can stand on your platform, okay? Soft bend in the knees. Press the pelvis back, sits bones back, and then you can reach and take a twist. Push down on the chair hand, come back to center, and then rotate. You'll get a nice stretch in your hamstrings. There you go. Tuck your chin. Roll up nice and slow. If you're okay, stand on the platform or the floor. You're just going to roll up nice and slow. And there's your 10 plus, actually probably going to be almost about 15 minutes on your chair, seated Pilates parts. A little bit more intense movements in certain areas. Still working on basics. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into our standing or our seated series. So I'm going to move my chair. I don't need it. I'm going to go ahead and get a mat because I'm going to get a mat here. I need a little cushion, just the regular mat, right, that comes with it. You can always use a blanket if you'd like. That's totally fine to do that. I'm going to shut my platform off. Let me talk a few minutes, guys, before we get started on this. I'm going to make sure you can see me. Let me bring my camera down a little bit. How about that? So you can get down to me a little bit more. That's better. Okay. So once again, before we start, I want you to practice breathing, right? You can sit cross-legged and find the breath. Ribs, head placement, shoulder placement, and we're going to breathe. Okay, you're just going to breathe on this. I'm going to show you from the front what's going on here. Okay, I want you to think navel in. When you exhale, ribs expand. The whole idea is just to start focusing on where you're breathing. I do not want chest breathing here. That's the main thing. More rib cage, and that's a practice. I'll tell you one more little tip before I go into the work. And I had a teacher do this to me. One of my very first Pilates teachers when I started studying to be a teacher. She put the band around me, and she kind of right where the rib cage is, and she would kind of have me to hold it tight. Okay, so then it would be inhale and try to expand the band. Exhale, let the band be relaxed. I'm not pulling. I'm just putting tightness in here so I could feel the expansion of the band. That might be helpful for you if you're not getting that rib cage breathing. So you want to feel that you're even breathing into the back. And you probably don't see it, but it's about you feeling it, okay? A lot of more diaphragmatic breathing, you're going to tone up so many more muscles, and all your organs are going to be in the right place. So we're going to go from here and talk about pelvic placement. Then I'm going to turn the platform on. Once again, if you want your legs straight out, you're welcome to do that. It depends how you feel. If you want to have knees cross-leg or feet together wide, that's fine too. Let me grab my squishy ball, the Amber squishy ball, the Pilates ball, whatever you want to call it. But if you're not finding that you can get that pelvic floor connection. This is the way to go. A funny little side note, my Pilates trainer doesn't want me to use this because I like kind of overdo it because I'm telling you guys all the time, but that's a good problem to have, that you can really feel that connection. But if you can't feel it in the beginning, this is going to be your secret weapon to getting a stronger connection on pelvic floor. But you got to birth the ball, okay? Not knees. I want really here. So you're going to feel the thigh bones pulling in. That's just my professional opinion after working with a lot of my teachers too. So you decide how you want to sit here, okay? You're going to sit up nice and straight. I have that band in front of my knees. This is my setup, okay? And from here, once you've got the setup lined up, let's start our platform. I'm going to go with effort here. Not having to think about it too much again. Oh, maybe not. Come on, get the right thing. There we go. Okay, here we go. So we're going to take a breath in. You're going to squeeze that ball, press down and seek back. You've got your tucking the chin, and we're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze the ball, exhale. In. So when you breathe in, you can relax the squeeze of the ball. When you exhale, you're going to pull that band and squeeze the ball. Inhale. Doesn't have to be staccato breath. You can just go ahead and have slow exhale breaths. Be careful you're not jamming your chin. You want to feel you're holding a lemon under your chin, but you're not squeezing the juice out of it. Let's go more sets. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach those hands back. And last time. And restack. So that's your hundreds on the platform. Now we're going to go ahead and you're going to get rid of the ball. You don't need it because we've got that connection. We're going to go C-curve with single leg stretch. So now I put that band kind of like below, think shoulder blades flat. Okay. You're going to hug the elbow. You're going to give yourself some tension. So palms are up. Almost like when we did the offer on the chair, when we were seated, palms stay up. Try not to grip. I want open hands. Breath in. Exhale, C-curve back. You're going to bring the knee up and you're going to straighten it out. Exhale. When you extend the leg, breathe into the back of you for 4, 3. I've got the other foot on the ground to keep me stable. 2 and 1 and restack. Now, if that works great for you, you keep going that way, okay? Keeping the other foot on the ground. Breath in. You're in neutral. Exhale, C-curve. Bring up and reach. You can always take both legs off the ground. This is more instability, but I want you, because we're starting out, to keep the foot down. Exhale. Feel the back where your band is, that you're breathing into that when you inhale. Inhale into the band. 2 more. 1 more. And come back. That's your single leg stretch. So now we're going to do chest expansion. You've got 2 options. You can sit with legs straight, ball between the thighs, sit nice and tall. If it's okay for you to come onto your knees, ball between the thighs, sitting upright, you can have your toes on the floor for this. I'm not looking for a balance thing here. I'm opening up the hips. And now I'm going to go ahead. I want to think that I'm holding the band like I don't know if you can see this. My thumb and index fingers are pliers. I'm not holding on for dear life. I just want to hold that band with really index finger, thumb. The band is probably as wide as my hips. Okay. You're going to take a breath in, and on the exhale, you're going to press back. Hands are in line with the hips. Ribs are in. Look to the right. Inhale, look to the left. Release. Exhale, press back. Tuck the chin in. Squeeze the ball. Look to the left. Blow out. Inhale, center. Exhale, blow out right. Inhale, center, release. Exhale, squeeze that ball. Pull back. Look to the right. Inhale, center. Look to the left. Inhale, center, release. And again, exhale, pulling back and look to the left. Center, right, center, release. We're going to do it again. One more time. Breath in. Squeeze that ball, pull. Feel, pulling up to the pelvic floor. look to the right, inhale, center, look to the left, inhale, center, last time to the left. So I'm alternating, right? No, left, look to the left. Keep pushing that band back into your thighs, center, right, center, and release. So that's expansion of the chest using rhomboids. All right, so from here, let's get back onto our seat. Ball or not, okay? You decide. I'm not using the ball. I want you to if you're not getting connection. Okay, like I said, my instructor's like, okay, you're kind of overdoing it with that ball. So after 20 years of doing Pilates, you kind of get the connection of what needs to happen. Band behind you. Okay, we're going to C curve back. Okay, I want you to feel that C curve, right? So I'm offering, and then I'm going to come back. Let's do a couple of these with the C curve. So you can feel I'm pressing my rib cage back into the band. And by squeezing that ball, my lower abs are working. So I'm imprinting my spine and my pelvis. One more time, hold it. You're in your C curve. You have the option of bringing one leg up if you want. You can open, hug the tree, switch. And you're hugging, we call it hug the tree. It's like you're hugging a big barrel. Exhale, open, elbows never go past my shoulders. You can keep your legs down. That's totally fine. One more each way. You can have both legs up and hold, or both legs down, and we're going to keep it here. We're going to lift the arms for 5, 4, knees can be down, 3, keep the curve, 2, and 1, and restack. Okay, so from here, just got a few more things. I don't even know what my time is, but I'm just hoping it's going to work. Hands, hold on to the side of your platform. Get your C curve, bring your leg up, okay? So we're going to hold on to one leg, keep the other leg straight, switch, single leg stretch. You stretch. If you like holding on the ground or pushing the heel on the ground, perfect. If not, you kind of find your balance, hug. I'm pulling the knee in. I'm holding my shin and my knee for 3. Again, foot on the ground is fine. I want you to stretch that leg out, hug it in, 2, and 1, and stack it back up. Okay, 2, 3 more things, and we're going to be done with this, guys. You're going to lay on the side of your hip. Knees are in line with the hips. Press down in your forearm. You're in a side plank. This is a twofer. I love this one. Hand on the hip, push the hip away. So you feel, you might even want to put the ball underneath you to keep you up. I kind of like that. We're going to go ahead, heels together, toes apart, open the hips, clamshell. Hand could go behind the head to support your head. Exhale. Squeeze those heels and lift the knee. Feel like you're lifting your ribs off the ball. You don't want to rest into it. You're coming off the ball for 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on this one, guys. Hold it. Little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Quickly switch it around. Okay, set yourself up for success. Okay, heels together, toes apart, hand behind, tuck the chin in, open and close. Squeezing heels. We don't need a band around our thighs. We want to feel a connection to make the glutes work. So we're not pushing into a band. Not saying that's a bad thing, but I want it to come from the feet all the way up to the pelvis. 4, elbow slightly forward, head back. 3, push down this forearm, the whole hand, even the karate chop, the pinky. 2, hold this foot up in little pulses. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel that burn. Come on up. So from here, we're going to go ahead and do a torso rotation. Just like I did seated in the chair, okay? So I had my hands in front. Let's try this one with the band behind, okay? We're going to sit nice and tall. Center tall. I've got the ball a little too low. Feet, get your hamstrings to stretch. You're sitting tall here. Slight imprint to the pelvis. Adding on, let the elbow go back. Straighten out. Pull the elbow back. Straighten out. One more. and back and relax. Okay, a little mermaid to take us on home here. So I like to do mermaids kind of on the side. Okay, if this works for you, here's one option: knees bent. That doesn't feel good on your knee, open up, but you're sitting on your platform. Okay, find the hand on the floor or the platform and side bend over. Anchor down into the hip here, tuck the chin in. Get a nice big stretch. Stack up, and then put your hand on your knee and push away. Inhale through center, and then exhale. You can always put your hand on your waist if you like. I like to kind of find that ground so I can sink into it more. Back to centered, breath in and over, pushing down the thigh. Take a inhale and over, back. The machine is turned on. I've got it on a P2. So I'm at my 10-minute mark and back. I'm going to reset the machine back to P2. And there we go. Okay, so let me show you from this other side how this works. You could have your hips are square. You could have your knee back if that works for you. Depends on the machine. You might be able to sit this way too. Whatever works best for you. Again, it's about, I don't go this way because my hip drops down. I've got a curved platform. So I want my hips square. That's why I'm doing that, okay? So my hips are square. However it feels best for your leg. This might be the one for you. Breathe in. Exhale. You're going to stretch over. Let this arm bend. Push down in your hip. Come back to center. Breathe in. And then exhale. Oh, that one feels so good. Breathe in. Shoulder. And then up and over. Bend this elbow. Push your head back. Eyes gaze forward. Relax the shoulder. Come on, back, inhale, and then exhale. Pushing down on your thigh. One more time, big breath in. Can you hear me jiggling on my machine? Inhale, center, and exhale. So this is our mermaid, and then come back. Restack. Hope this is all making sense. If you have any questions, guys, let me know. So you're going to flex your feet, point and flex a few times. We're going to sit nice and tall. Let's use the band to kind of keep our arms working. And a big stretch up. So you're going to reach back, open up the chest, and then C curve. Okay? Reach toward your feet, flex. Restack the spine and lift. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale, dive over your feet. Restack the spine, arms reach up. Get a little extension. One more time. Hands come parallel with the floor. Sink back. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach the head toward the toes. Arms are parallel. I'm not dropping my hands down. Arms nice and strong. Biceps in line with the ears. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Restack. Last time, take a big breath in. Exhale. Another breath. Pull navel in to come up and over. Rounding through. Lower back stretch. Restack nice and tall. And stretch up. Okay, guys, that was your sitting on the platform work. A little bit over 10 minutes for both of them, okay? Get this back up. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope these moves made sense. Let me shut my platform off. If you're a person, again, like I said, that sits like this a lot, these guys are not working. So just standing or seated. Again, I want you to draw from hip bones down to about 3 inches below. Here's my belly button, 3 inches below. That's this band of muscle. We call this nature's girdle, okay? You feel it pull up and in. up and in. That's what we want to do. I'm not doing so much tucking here, right? I'm pulling up and in, up and in, and then the ribs stay down. I don't pop. So we want to get this connection, this core connection, that when you're sitting tall, your spine muscles, I have a natural curve. When I started Pilates, I had such a flat back. I mean, I really had a flat back. I had no movement here. So now I've got my natural curve and natural hips. This takes a while, okay? So you may find that when you start doing this work that you're like, oh, my back kind of hurts. Don't freak out on me, okay? Less is more. Take a break, get your Aleva red belt or something, or lay out, on any of the awesome Life Pro products. Let those muscles relax. They may not have been used in a way that you're used to. I was telling a client today who tends to be very laterally rotated. So when she stands, her feet are always like this, okay? So when her feet are like this, her back is arched. She's got a lot of pain in her back. It's tight here. Her feet are out. So if I got her to come into parallel, kind of turning toes and knees in, right? So I went from that lateral place to turn her toes in. There's a natural movement of bringing the pelvis in, okay? I'm not even trying to do this. It happens because I'm turning on my inner thigh muscles and I'm getting these muscles to work. Inner thighs. Those are the guys that we want to strengthen and pull up through pelvic floor. A lot of tight hips here, but at your feet. And I think Amber mentioned that. Look at where your feet are, okay? It's not just turn your toes and you turn your thigh bones into parallel. That ball is there to help you get that alignment. If you are a person that stands at the desk to work, maybe you have a high office desk. I did this to a client the other day who doesn't like to sit a lot. It hurts his SI and all that. And I get it, okay? I told him to just put a ball between his thighs. Nothing crazy. I said, just stand with the ball between your thighs when you're at your computer, right? Ladies or guys, when you're cooking, okay, if you're chopping away at something, have something handy that you can pull in there. Anytime you can start working inner thigh muscles and start feeling these muscles kicking in, it's going to help so that you naturally think about it. I don't think about turning in anymore. It just happens. Like I said, almost to not a fault, but I've over tightened some muscles from all the work. So, less is more. And then you have a career where you're telling people 8 hours a day to do it, then I'm always doing it. So I hope that makes sense. But I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. A couple things coming up in February. It is Heart Health Month, Healthy Heart Month. So I've got a cardio heart healthy workout for you guys next week. I'm going to be doing a Super Bowl workout the Saturday morning before Super Bowl, so you can get your game on and not feel guilty as you're eating your tacos and all those other yummy things, nachos. So I've got that going. And then later for Valentine's Day, my husband joined me for sweating together and staying together. So that'll be fun. So thank you so much. Remember, you've got just a little more time left to join the contest, the giveaway. I appreciate your time and attention. I'm here to help you. I'm so grateful to be part of the team. Have a great evening. Bye for now.